So, a little bit of a preface in this video. I loved playing Doom growing up as a kid, but I didn't really get a chance to play Doom 3 as much. I played it a little bit here and there, but not enough to really remember much. My transition was from Doom 2 to this game, so I might have been a little bit more amazed at some of the feats that they did and being able to be more mobile in this. Maybe it's not as impressive because maybe they did some stuff in Doom 3 first. I'm just saying I played Doom 4, not Doom 3, so maybe I'm just more susceptible to stuff. But I'm also really nostalgic for the older games as well, and this game also really likes digging into that nostalgic root, and it does it really well. I'm just saying, keep that in mind. I'm very nostalgic for this game, and I also didn't really play Doom 3, so my perception of this game might be a bit different than yours when you play. And other than that, on to the review. Okay, so Doom 4, a game that came out 12 years after the last Doom, and has had a bit of a negative buzz heading into its release. Is it good? Is it bad? It's fucking amazing. At least the single player campaign, anyway. I like the multiplayer more than most, but even I admit it kind of has some of its flaws. But this game really updates Doom. It really brings Doom into the next generation. And I really miss Doom. I'm really glad we got this game. I played this game's campaign on Nightmare, and it took me a while. It typically takes someone 13, 14 on a lower difficulty. It took me a while because of a combination of maybe me sucking a little bit and it just being really hard. But I was having fun even though I kept dying and dying and dying. I was just having a blast. There was only a couple times where I was just getting annoyingly mad because I felt the game was being unfair, like legitimately unfair in what it was throwing at you. I know it's on Nightmare, but even then responding to enemies at a couple points. But those are far and few between. It's just every area is fun, rewarding to go through, and if you're skilled enough, you'll get through it fine. If you're like me, you can get skilled enough for that section to get through it. So basically, get good. The game's story is there. It has a bit of a story, and I like how it plays with the Doom lore and everything. The ending is very sequel baitish, but it works for Doom, and it works for the characters in there. Don't expect like the most amazing Last of Us story or whatever you've ever seen, but it's a very serviceable story that just gives you the developers a framework to work in to have you just slaughter demons, which is what Doom is all about. The platforming in this game is fun, even if it could be a little glitchy at times, but mostly fun. All the weapons are back, and the BFG is awesome as always. I will say maybe it gives you a little bit too much ammo at times, but not often. Gameplay is sound. Glory killing enemies is very satisfying and actually critical to gameplay because they'll give you health or ammo. Using the chainsaw will give you a plethora of ammo, so use the chainsaw as much as you can. They've steroided up a couple of the monsters in this game, and some of that was for the better, some of it was for really annoying. So like, what the hell did they do to Pinky? That's just once you see Pinky, yeah, it's a lot different than the original Dooms. But like I said, this campaign is really good, and it's also really long, which I appreciate it. It's probably the best first-person shooter campaign I've played in 4 or 5 years, which is really saying something. Like I said, the multiplayer I like more than most, but I can see some of the flaws. It is not like the single-player campaign. It is more like, and it's not completely like a Call of Duty or Halo, but it has elements of it. It does have some old Quake elements in it, but you do have loadouts rather than just going around the map and picking up your own weapons. And people can be kind of stupid when they're playing. But other than that, it's serviceable, and I like it, but at most I'd say it's serviceable. It's fine. Snap Map is something I'm going to be having tons of fun with in the future as people create more and more maps. And the multiplayer on that is fun because you can actually go through Snap Maps with your friends, and I really appreciate that. And I haven't really got a chance to make my own map, but from what I've seen, it looks like it'd be fun. And other than that, nothing much else to say. But if you're a Doom fan, go get this game now. Play it now. You won't regret it. And other than that, later.